Hey, this is Gradigi, and I'm going to do a review of my Hulk Heroclix. For those of you who don't know, Heroclix is a tabletop game that uses miniatures based off of Marvel and DC characters. There has been 2 adventure sets, one from City of Heroes and one from City of Villains, as well as Indie had a set. I believe most of it was Dark Horse. Like Hellboy and stuff like that, it's just had a lot of different sets and a lot of diversity. But Hulk is my favorite Marvel character, so I thought I'd start big, and obviously I've got a lot of him. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 Hulks altogether. I am missing a few, though. I'm missing 3 or 4. I don't have all the LEs and I don't have all the Rev sets because I don't care to. As long as I've got one of every sculpt, I'm happy. And this video will be done in 2 parts because I've got so many. Let's just dive right in. We'll start off with the first Hulk that was released from the set Infinity Challenge. This Hulk. On camera, its sculpt doesn't look that great, but all in all, he's not that bad. He's kind of mean looking, kind of gross looking, which is fine. He's kind of Heroclix's first beater. His stats are pretty decent for how early in the game he is. Like, he is still completely usable for today's games if he were still tournament legal. As far as sculpt accuracy, I believe they made him a little too ugly, but I mean the clothes are right. You can even see the slight purple tint. It actually shows a little better on the camera than it does in real life. It's pretty nice altogether. His click accuracy, his stat accuracy, as many Hulks have, you can see that those numbers aren't very high for those of you who play. That's called his activation click. He's pretty tame right there. And then he clicks, and the more he clicks, the higher his numbers get. Like right here is the money click. 5 damage, 12 attack, 17 defense, 9 movement. He is 147 points, folks. That is some carnage. That's for the first one. And now we'll move on to one of my favorite incarnations of the Hulk, Mr. Fix-It. I ordered this guy off of a website for $6, expecting a tank, because he is pretty broad. I mean, he's taller than that Hulk. He's just thicker than that Hulk. He just looks mean. He looks like a hitman, but he's 104 points, and he just is not worth it. I mean, if you're using an all-Hulk team, he is useful, but not 104 points worth of useful. He gets leadership and perplex, and that's about it. He has super strength through the whole dial, which can be nice, but even then, he's not that useful. You could, if he was in a big hitter team, you could probably take this guy out in one shot. 14 defense with toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he could easily be taken out in one turn. If someone were using the Thor from the Ultimate set, smack him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then someone just come up. 1, 2, 3, dead. So, not very great all in all. I love the fig though, love the fig. Let's do this one next actually. This is another earlier one. It is the LE called Dr. Bruce Banner. He was fairly cheap, and he's actually pretty cheap point-wise too. 92 points. He's from the Mutant Mayhem set. He has another one of those activation clicks. Pretty low points, or pretty low scores, and then he just jumps up And let's see where his best click is. For 92 points, he, 2 clicks in, is pushing 4 damage, people. 4 damage with Battle Fury. That's 4 damage that your opponent won't be able to mind control. Because if they did, they would take no damage from this guy. No damage if they mind control them, but he's got Battle Fury. And that 4 damage is yours to control. Love the Fig. Love it. One of the best Hulks out there. And then his other LE for that set is what people refer to as Gamma Radiation Hulk. 82 points for practically the same dial. In fact, on his best click, he's a little better. He's got Impervious and Charge instead of Leap, Climb, and Invulnerability. He does have less defense, but he can take more. Because if you get that Impervious roll, he's still in. He is still in there. Pushing 4 damage with Battle Fury once again that your teammate won't be able to touch. As you can tell, I'm trying to get the earlier Hulks out of the way first, just because it's easier. This is one of the first just mean Hulks. 201 points. He has sort of an activation click because it's his worst click, but it's not that bad. 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, dead. He has 5 damage for 2 clicks in a row, both pushing 12 attack. 12 attack and 5 damage on a Hulk. Ugh, that is just vicious. Of course, there are more vicious, and they will come later. And then this Hulk, who has potentially the worst sculpt of all time. He just looks like someone pooped him out. Absolutely terrible. And he has an activation click, which just bugs the crap out of me. 96 points. And he's not really that impressive. I mean, you have 11 attack, 4 damage with Battle Fury, 12, and then he just dies. I would suggest him in his place for less points. And he's just hard to look at. He is just hard to look at. And I believe that will be it for this segment. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be posted at the same time.